everybody, welcome back to another review. Today we have a Lego Star Wars set to take a look at. This one is based off of Mandalorian Season 3. This set is 75386, ages 7+. It's called Vizsla and Moff Gideon Battle with 289 pieces and retails for $40. This is new for the June 2024 wave of Lego Star Wars sets. Alright, before we take a look at the set itself, let's go ahead and check out the minifigures. Starting off with a closer look at the minifigures, and we have our Vizsla. His machine gun is really quite cool. He has some printing on the legs as well as the toes, as well as some printing on the torso here underneath that chest piece. Looks really good. To my understanding, he is the same as the original Vizsla, and he looks really nice. He has this little built-up jetpack as well as the Mythosaur logo on his shoulder, and then of course, no actual face underneath his helmet, but pretty cool nonetheless. Great to see this figure again. Then we have the Imperial Praetorian Guards, and I'm just showing them together because to my knowledge, I see nothing different. Their chest piece to me looks like the Sith troopers from episode 9, but you can see they've got like little skirts down there, and they're the exact same. Their weapons just vary, and they're very cool. This is the first time that we're seeing them. Not complaining there, but they are identical. Their heads underneath are red, which I thought was a very interesting choice. Normally they put black heads underneath, and so I'm not really sure why Lego went with red, or if there's something, you know, involving a scene in the show that I'm missing, but nonetheless, they're pretty cool and great for army building. And to me, the highlight of the set is Moff Gideon in his Dark Trooper armor. He looks super cool. He looks like kind of like a Mandalorian, and it looks really nice. It's a nice new costume for Moff Gideon that does not repeat the original version that we got, so that figure will maintain value. He has a printed little jetpack there, which is nice to see that again. I feel like we haven't gotten these little printed jetpack pieces and molds since that one battle pack, that like Battlefront battle pack. So I'm really excited about that. His helmet looks amazing. It's brand new molded, and they also give you Moff Gideon's hairpiece, which I think is wonderful. I love the expression there, as well as back here. Looks really good, a more calm expression. I'm not going to display him with his hairpiece because the helmet is way too cool, but I definitely think he's the highlight. And overall, the selection for this Lego set is fantastic. We get a really good selection. There is no dud minifigure in this set for sure. So definitely A+ on the minifigures. All right, so what you're looking at here is a $40 set. And personally to me, this feels really small. I am assuming that it is due to there's quite a few minifigures for the price, and we have several new ones. The only repeat minifigure being Vizsla, which is a good one to have because he grew extremely expensive after the Mandalorian Forge retired. Some people may be kind of bummed about that, but I mean, to me, it's kind of a non-issue because he's not like crazy or anything. But here we are. Yep, this is like a little drawbridge scene because of this, I guess. And to be totally honest, and fair disclaimer here, I have not finished Mandalorian Season 3. I have tried to start it and go through it like 3 times, and I can't get past like the 3rd or 4th episode because it's just poorly written in my opinion. So that's just me. So I actually don't know what happens during this scene. I'm kind of over the Mandalorian, to be totally honest. But that's just, you know, all side opinion here. But this is the set. I did want it. I don't like the set itself. I'll just be totally honest. I got it for the minifigures. And so nonetheless, though, we will review it. And I don't know if that gives me like necessarily a bias. I just don't like the set. It's just boring to me. One cool thing is that it does connect to the battle pack. And so I think that that is actually really very, very cool that they have done that. I don't have the battle pack right now. I didn't get it initially, but I will pick it up and review it once I do. I do like that. That's definitely a plus. I will say I also really like this light. It reminds me of like the Coruscant lamppost, I suppose. And then this little box posted up here is actually a nice little detail. I appreciate it. It's got some thermal detonators in it, and I like the way it sits. I do like the ground, how it is not all studs. They have added some jumper tiles and some smooth tiles to kind of help give it some texture. I appreciate that detail. There is some stickering along the inside of the door panel, as well as like a little key panel there. We have some rock face. It doesn't look horrible. It's just not very fun in my opinion. There's lights up top here. And then of course we have this big bridge door, which is kind of see-through. It's kind of got some like window-like elements, and you can pull it all the way up. And there is a little mechanism in the back that makes the door hold open. And then of course you can drop it back closed with that same mechanism, which I'll show you in just a minute. The door pulling up and down is relatively seamless. It's not too bad. And then of course we have this like little blaster turret, which has some stud shooters, which I never load in because I don't like them. That spins 360. I have placed Moff Gideon on it, and it can come off if you wanted it to. If you wanted to like set it up and use it somewhere else, there's a space on the inside for you to place something if you would like, because it's just held on by a couple of studs. So that's kind of nice. And then along the back here, we have a cutout that the rock formation has made. We have a small translucent piece here, and then you can see that mechanism a little bit more when you lift up the gate, how it catches it, and then you just push it down and it'll drop it. That is literally it. And that's kind of why I'm not a huge fan of this set, to be totally honest. It's just kind of plain. I definitely can see that you can play with it, but there's not very many play features. I like that there's plenty of space to put the minifigures, and the build itself is fine. It's just boring. So that's just my opinion on this. And again, perhaps I do have a little bit of bias because I can't manage to finish season 3 of The Mandalorian, but I will say that this set is worth picking up, maybe on sale if you want to wait, just to the minifigures alone, especially if you miss the Vizsla from the Mandalorian Forge. Moff Gideon is also amazing. Super, super cool. So anyways, guys, that is my review. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll catch you next time.